the intros.
Sure.
Intros, and it goes off. Then you got an instrumental song ready for us, too?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
So it's on you. It's on you. Just start talking and then we just add it on.
Oh, you already got the.
Because it's already recorded.
Oh, you already got
and then we
the
just play
cuts.
it. Yeah. We just play it.
I didn't know. Technology, I forgot. We just talked about it.
Exactly.
Okay, here we go.
The new age.
Yo, this is your man K Poop coming live and direct all the way from Atlanta on Soundtracks of the Streets because we are worldwide. I keep telling you there's no father to our style of radio. My girl Danny Case is out there in cyberspace. And yes, we are coming to you live from the ATL on KQBH 101.5 Boyle Heights. I have a special guest with me here in the A. He's a Los Angeles legend. He's from a legendary group that everyone knows in Los Angeles, and they pay homage and respect to my man right here. To the left of me, I have the great, the one, the only. Oh, and he's also a minister. I will say that. I have the great Akil the MC. Akil, what's going down?
Man, what's up, K-Poop? What's happening with you, man?
Oh, man, I'm just here. I would have never thought in a million years, and we never would see a million years, I guess,
right?
That I would be sitting right next to you in Atlanta, and we're doing Soundtracks of the Streets.
Man,
the radio show.
Man, this is awesome, man. Thank you for even looking me up to say, hey, Akil is out here in Atlanta. Let me do the show with Akil and stuff, man. I appreciate this.
If Danny K was with us live, she would be like so happy too, and she's probably happy that we are, because we try to let people know that this show that we have right here is a special show. Like real special people come on this show. Kind of like how Funk Flex says, man, if you on this show,
everybody can't come up.
Everybody can't come on here. This is Funk Flex. Well, on this show, it's not that everybody can't come on, but it's just the guests that we get on the show are super elite. We had Ralph M. And we've had Ralph M. He killed it. He used to be my co-host in the beginning, so we killed it with him. We had Ralph M. We had what other? I can't even think of the other DJ's name. It's the
a DJ. It was just a DJ.
If you were listening, you know what they were show.
Yeah.
I got to give shouts out to some people though, because every time when I did the show here, Soundtracks of the Streets, I have to give shouts out to special guests that are listening. The first guest we give a shout out to is Mike and Sue out there in Canada. Canada is always listening to us.
Okay, what's up, Canada?
And then, of course, Atlanta's listening, and then we have our peeps out in Wyoming, and Wyoming's out there listening, and then we have our peeps out in Paris.
Okay.
DJ Scratchenberg, he's listening. Then our other person that we have listening is, where are they at? Oh yeah, the space station. There's some people out there.
Wow, in the space station. Okay, they up in Mars.
Mars, bitches. That's not a bad word.
Right. It's in the Bible.
It's a female dog, and I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of female dogs. But again, Akil, let's break down some of the new people that are listening to the radio show. Why don't you go on ahead and just give a little history real quick.
Well, I'm from Los Angeles, born and raised South Central LA, Florence in Vermont, but my hip hop began in South Central LA, when I was like 13.
Mm-hmm.
When Run DMC came out, that just sparked me, because I knew about rap music, with Curtis Blow and Grandmaster Flash and all them and stuff, but they dressed like Rick James.
Right.
So it didn't resonate to me that this is hip hop.
Right.
It was just like I didn't know what hip hop was and stuff, what I'm saying, until Run DMC came, but it was already popping. But when Run DMC came, their attire, their uniform, and how they were dressed.
Because it wasn't like African Bambaataa and wearing all the glitter glow and the hats and the shiny clothing. But that was just really a dedication to
what was going on at the time
and Parliament.
Yeah, exactly.
So they were like, look, we're gonna be the Parliament of hip hop, so we're gonna follow what everyone's doing.
Right.
The Mothership Connection. Shouts out to George Clinton.
Yeah, big up. That's the type of stuff that I was raised on. Like I'm a funk baby and stuff. You know what I'm saying? My dad was a funketeer and stuff. So
you got to be a funketeer. So for those of you who don't know, funk has gravitated to the West Coast, but it actually comes from Ohio.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
So Cleveland, Ohio is the state that brought you the funk,
Yep.
which the West Coast adapted to their own.
Strong.
And if you really want to know the difference between West Coast music and East Coast music used a lot of James Brown break beats.
That type of funky. It's a different type
It's a
of
different funk. They use
Yeah.
these James Brown funk for everything that they sampled. They used that.
Right.
Where on the West Coast, we used
More bounce.
and funk and George Clinton. You know, everything that Dre's ever produced that's been hot there was a Parliament sample somewhere on there.
Definitely.
So, for those of you who don't really understand that's your difference when you start hearing the difference of music is between the West and the East Coast. It's right there between funk that came from Cleveland and funk that came from Georgia.
Right. No, that's real. Right. No, that's true. So that's the type of stuff that that I was raised on. But looking at Run DMC, when I seen them and how they were dressed, you know what I'm saying, with fedoras and leather, I'm like, yo, what is that? What are they into and stuff,
Right.
and that's when I found out about the 4 elements of hip hop
Right.
and the culture, and it's been on, since then and stuff, and so out of high school and stuff, you figure out like what you're gonna do, that was 88. I graduated in 88 from Manual Arts High School. And
Manual
stuff.
Arts.
Yeah, so I was like trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I played sports, and I broke my ankle actually in '87 and stuff. So that wasn't my plans no more. I thought I was going to pros and stuff.
Where were you playing? Basketball?
Football.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a football
Wide
player.
receiver?
I played running back. I played quarterback. I played receiver. I played a lot of different positions and stuff.
Okay.
So
All right.
that was my goal. But once that kind of God had another plan and stuff. He's like, no, this is not where you're gonna get your money at, or you're gonna get your fame at and stuff. It's gonna be in this hip hop world. So I was already breaking while playing sports and still doing hip hop and stuff. But then that's what took me over once after my ankle got broke. It's 12th grade. You're like, what you gonna do in life?
Right.
I said, we're gonna pursue this rap thing. It wasn't until 8 years later after that point that Jurassic 5, or 10 years later after that point, that's when Jurassic 5 got signed.
So before, let's go back a little bit. So before you were in the group Jurassic 5,
I was in the Rebels with Rhythm.
okay, so that was your first
That was my crew from high school. On up until '94, and then that's when Jurassic 5 connected. Well, Rebels of Rhythm met with Unity Committee, and that's when we formed Jurassic 5 at that point. You know what I'm saying? So up until then, like I said, with Rebels of Rhythm, then Jurassic 5, and it's been Jurassic 5 ever since and stuff. But. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not too clear on.
It doesn't. No, that's okay. It doesn't matter. We're just letting the people know, that the whole magic of this. I never forget the Nick V of the Baker Boys told me, whenever two things connect and they weren't really supposed to connect, it's called radio magic. So that's what we're doing right now. We're making magic. So this can never be duplicated.
Right.
And this might be just one time that this is happening. So. You just let it out and do it the way you're supposed to do it, because that's the way radio do it.
No, that's true. That's true.
It's not routine to say,
right.
Hey, guess what? We're going to do the party line, or who's knocking at the door by, I'm not going to call any names to anybody.
Right.
Just things like that, So it's radio is supposed to be information that just comes off the top of the head. People are doing their things, and, we're giving that information because this is what radio was used for.
Right.
So we're giving you some information right now.
Liberation information
Liberating
right now.
information, power to the people.
Free your mind and your ass will follow.
But what I also wanted to ask you about is there anything that you could tell these young people, because the rap game, this is not even said the rap game, the music game has changed from when you were in it, and what do you feel the difference is, and what's an advantage and what's a disadvantage about having a group or being in a group now compared to when you guys were getting signed and touring, and what can you give them or just give us?
Right. I think the difference right now is knowledge of the past. You know, knowledge of the past is what catapulted us, you know, to do things better. It's like when you know something is done, then you're gonna try to, you know, to beat that or be just as good and stuff, you know. So I think a lot of the youngsters right now, they don't know the history.
True.
So they're doing things that probably can be better had they have some knowledge of the past and be like, oh, this was already done.
Right.
Because a lot of stuff they be doing, like they think they're doing something new, and it's not actually new. You know,
Nothing new.
They ain't saying nothing new. Well, okay, all right. So you know, I think that right there is a big difference and stuff, because when we sampled oldies.
Right.
You know, whereas the kids, if you ask the kids today, they don't know nothing about no oldies and stuff. They don't know nothing about no Earth, Wind and Fire or no, you know, Isley Brothers, or you know, just the different groups that were soundtrack stuff that of our upbringing and stuff. You know, that you know, you go to a family function, that's what they're gonna be playing and stuff. You know,
the soundtrack of the streets.
And it wasn't like, oh, that's that old people stuff.
Right.
But that's what you see now and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, a disrespect of what came before you and stuff. But so I think, you know, they can up their education and stuff, and I don't think it's really on them neither. I think that lies on us too and stuff, as opposed to pointing the finger at them. A lot of times we be like, y'all don't know what real hip hop. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
So you got to educate them and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
What I like to see is the youngsters, and I say, you know, when you get my age, and I never knew I'd ever be saying that.
Right.
But when you get my age and you go back and listen to, like, you're going to go back and listen to my jam. You know, we hear some old stuff and be like, oh, man, I remember when I first heard this. Oh, man, this is going to be like Stiletto and Snap Your Fingers, and that's their old music. So imagine an 80-year-old going, man, that was my jam back.
Yeah.
That was,
I can't even see it.
What's the one? WAP? Like WAP is going to be your song? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
This is my jam.
Right. 50 years from now, yeah. We used to pop it to this.
Drop it lock. Like you listen, they're like, whoa, this is what you got to go back to listen.
Yeah.
As your music.
Yeah. No, and that's why I'm saying, like, knowing the past and knowing what came before you, you're gonna try to do better and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a thing where, you know, yeah, you're just being able to educate yourself and stuff, you know, on the past. So I can educate the youngsters on is like knowing why you're doing this and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like have an intention. Why you're doing? What is your intention? Is it to get rich, or is it to be famous, or is it both? You know, and a lot of times they don't really know what it is, why they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, but if you remember why you're doing it, when you get out there, you won't forget. So a lot of times people get lost in thinking
in the sauce. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Akil's going to surprise us tonight.
Yes.
With a live from the ATL.
Bringing it back.
Soundtracks of the Streets. There's no father to our style of music, what we play. And the reason why it's called that is because we're bringing the styles to the streets to you. He's going to hit you with this mix that he put together of the old and new, something for you to dance to. So go grab your drink, go grab your blunt. Daddy K, you know what to do. Sit on down. And we're about to get down right now. This is your man K Poop. This is Soundtracks of the Streets with Danny K and my man Akil.
Yes.
The MC. We love you guys. We out of here.
Thank you.
Keep out this mix. Peace.
Sound of the streets.